Hello and welcome to another Making Still Images Move via PhotoMirage. This is all sorts of shots from all sorts of places. This sign just caught my eye in an arty shop window. I don't know how much it was, but it wasn't cheap. Gentlemen, they were fishing off the point at Bowden. And this is behind the blue door at Edsall in Angus in Scotland. And you're still behind the blue door. And guess where you are? You're still behind the blue door. Now guess where you are. Now you're not behind the blue door. This is in the basin at Montrose. And that's the monorail. East Coast Line. It is the main East Coast Line, and that's the grave in remembrance for a St Bernard called Bamps. And this is leaning against what was old toilets, or in front of them in Arbroath. And that's the Great Orme. No, it's not. It's the Little Orme. And that's Bangor Cathedral. And I just moved the clouds on that, and the paths. And this is the splash, the seafront at Montrose, looking towards Skerdyness Lighthouse. And this is Rill. And then you jump back to something else at Rill. I haven't got a clue what they were, but they were together and they were very tall. And this is Rill again. I guess I spent a bit of time there because here's Rill again. And you'll find another Rill very shortly. Oh, there you go. And another Rill. And a panorama of, not Rill, Betsy Coed, the rail up at Betsy Coed. And that's a panorama of Clondudno. And I've squeezed it all together. You can see the path on both sides. It might work out, it might not. If it doesn't work out, I shan't even list it. So if you see it, I must be happy with it. These are panoramas, 180-degree panoramas squeezed into a normal size shot. I did that, not the camera. And that's Clondudno. And another panorama of Clondudno. You can see the Grand Hotels in it, and it's got halfway around to the other side. That's got the Little Orme and the Great Orme in it, both at opposite ends of Clondudno. And here we are at Montrose. That'll be a sunset over the basin. And that's the splash at the seafront and the steps down with the tide in. And you've probably seen this one before. I like it, mainly because it's got me in it. me. And that is the harbour. No, it's not. That's the pier at Clondudno. And that's the memorial at Clondudno, where clock that's no longer there and doesn't work. It doesn't work because it's no longer there. And that's me moving stones and writing in Clondudno. Llandudno. And that's taken from up the Great Orme. And that is on the way to Llandudno, the Iron Bridge Gorge. And here we are, and that is Ferryden Harbour. That's a panorama. And that's a feather I found. I like it. It's just sitting there, waiting to be taken a photograph of. And that's Clondudno again. And that's me messing about. The same guy hasn't got a load of relatives. And that's the Great Orme with the Grand Hotel and the pier. And that's got the Little Orme at one end to the right and the pier to the left. And that's just geese. The one on the charge at the front there is called Bertie. And this is a panorama of Bowden. That's the Bowden lime kilns to the left and Lunan Bay to the right. This is a shot of a beautiful car, TVR Chimera V8. And this is this taken from the spit in Montrose, and the reflections of that boat on the waters there. And that was just a ram at Todd Head Lighthouse, just looking at me through the grass, just munching away and watching me. And this is up the top end of the South Esk, above Dun. And it's a hydroelectric scheme. Didn't even know it was there, but I got a friend up there that knew about it, and we walked up to it. Yeah, it's lovely there. And what can I say? That's your lot for this one. You can always then go, I'm there waving at you. Ta-ra now.